everyone care. Heed me, gossip and carry on about omens and portents, but in truth, they're only clamoring for attention to so someone will respect their grief. Yes, death does little for their manners or their etiquette. And how we speak to her. How is it you have lived, yet know nothing of learning a woman's secrets? If you know her heart, then go to her at night. Yes, night time is best, I think. Alright. I have another question. So why were you even allowed within the city walls? The walls are choked in cobwebs of ignorance, no, inexperience only, and there is no harm in brushing such things away. Know that the dead must be silenced as they are laid to rest, yes, and care must be taken so that enemies cannot raise them up again to dance in the armies of our foe. And sometimes, yes, that must be spoken to one last time to yield their secrets before they are sunk beneath the ground. Every military commander knows this, and this Lord Albrecht is a clever man. He knows my value, and I carry his coin to prove it. Interesting. So, can we rest here until night falls? This is no inn for the living, nor would you wish to stay here when the night falls. Go to the one who holds claim to the weeping widow. He can wake you at the appointed hour. Okay. Farewell, I guess. Don't see anything of value inside. Interesting.
Done.
Lots of wood here. Lumber, I mean. What is that? Lumber grunt wool. By the gods, what now? Calm. If you're here about the lumber, then you would best have brought more hands to help you carry the shipment, because there is no way to get it from the crane to the walls without more help. And I have said so enough times that you think it would sink in. Lumber? What are you talking about? Lord Ulbrich, actually, spokesman Ulbrich, commissioned a lot of lumber from Lonely Wood, and I had made arrangements with him to have it shipped to the Palisade, but I'm woefully short-handed and I'm bound by a gold penalty if I cannot get the lumber to the walls. Well, we cannot help you, but if we find someone who can, we will send assistance. That must be the inn. Let's go inside. Are those dogs? Sleeping dogs.
On my way.
Let's talk to the innkeeper. Now, who might you have picked to come sweeping through the doors of the widow? One of a fresh crop or sellswords from the south? Yes, do you know a priest of Miracle named Colum? He said he had a room just here. Oh, I know, as a twisted hounds get. I do, had a room here for 2 nights he did. and said he couldn't bear the weeping of the spirit, so he up and left without so much as sharing out a single coin of the room. Yeah, I know about those sweepings. Never mind about that. It's got its strings of a sad bard song, and there is no cause to be weighting down your shoulders with such task. I would like to hear it, especially if I'm going to be staying here. A woman passed away in that room long ago. She was waiting for her man to return from the Zul'Dun, but he was lost in the storm, and the poor woman hurled herself from the window upstairs to the cliffs below. You can still hear her weeping at night, and I have had the room warded out with respect to her grief. A sad tale, to be sure. If there was anything I could do to help her, I would. So Column couldn't bear the whipping and left without paying? Aye, Column cursed be his name. He just up and left without leaving a single coin for his stay. So he didn't pay you anything? Are you sure? Aye, well, with nothing that matters, he didn't. He put some glyph on the door of the room upstairs to keep the spirit inside, but that doesn't stop her weeping now, does it? If anything, it's gotten worse since that damn thing was placed on it. What was the glyph supposed to do? Hells if I know. Torture me ears, most like. At least it keeps people from wandering in there. My key still works though. So that's all Column did. He just put the glyph on the door? Aye, well no, he gave me some damnable magic potion, some concoction or another, but he wouldn't even tell me what it was, only said it was more than enough for the room. Truth to be told, I am too scared to open it, let alone drink it. Could I see this potion? Here you are. Can you make heads or tails of it? Not sure, it does seem magical though. If you want, we could try to identify it for you. Well, alright. If you can't figure it out, perhaps one of the priests or mages in town will know what the damn thing is, or better yet, that wife of Lord Ulbrick, Elifara, should probably know what it is. She's an enchantress herself. Well, about the weeping spirits in the upstairs room, if you allow me to examine the room, perhaps I could tame the spirit, perhaps banish her. Truly? Then here is the key of the room. It should get here past the ward of the door. You can help set that poor woman's spirit at ease. I will be grateful, so I would. Her weeping can be heard mostly at night, so that will probably be the best time to catch sight of her. So can we rest here until night then? Well, now it would be pain me to do so, but I would have to charge you for the stay, and I don't fancy middle of the night wake-up call, so you'll need to wake yourself up. You might need to sleep a stretch or two in the room upstairs before night falls. I'm thinking... okay, ever the businessman I see. We'll rest now then. Stretch or two in the room upstairs. Okay. Let's pick the merchant one, I suppose. So let's examine this potion. Rose-touched bottle. This flask is made of a glass so translucent as to be almost invincible, almost ghostly. The stopper of the flask looks as if it was melted into the glass itself, and the misty liquid drifts within. The liquid within the bottle is nothing but water, but it appears that the bottle itself is magical, The bottle carries the ghost-touched enchantment, which allows pieces of the ethereal plane to be held within it. What the container's original purpose was is unknown, but we have no idea what Carl hired or you will do with such a thing. Interesting. Maybe I should talk to the guy again. What does he want to do with it?
On my way. Good as gold. Good as gold.
Can you tell us what the potion you gave to Carl Hirt is? It is not for me to say. I will only say that it is more than enough to pay for my rooms in the inn, yes. Indeed, this ghost touch bottle is quite valuable. Yes, it is. What? What is it you said of the bottle? Ghost touched. I mean, the water inside the bottle is useless, but the real enchantment is the bottle itself. Carl Hire didn't know what he had at first. The bottle is ghost touched? But... Yes, it surprised me as well. For a moment I thought you had tried to dupe the innkeeper by paying him with a flask of water, but a ghost touch bottle is something else entirely. I imagine it's worth quite a bit of gold, isn't it? Yes, quite useful, such a thing. Heck, it seems I was over generous in my gift. The innkeeper might keep it with my good graces. You have exposed Column's attempt to cheat Carl Hired and revealed that Column only cheated himself. The irony. So what could such a battle be used for? Take it to the spirit in the Weeping Widow, if she remains. Put one of her tears inside, and you may use it in enchantments. Ask Ulbricht's wife, the elven woman enchantress, if she knows of such things. Okay, farewell. So,
Good as gold.
So let's visit the ghosts then.
Like an arrow.
Can I open this door?
Can I help? Sure.
Apparently I can. Looks like a storage area. This is locked. Okay. Why is this closed? I see one crate. Interesting. What is this? Lamp oil. This container contains lamp oil, usually used for lanterns and such. This particular container has a rack socket, a nail attached to it so that it can be ignited and thrown at an opponent. Okay. May be useful. Might be useful. Let's go upstairs.
Me? Like an arrow.
Alright, there are multiple rooms.
Mm-hmm. Fine, fine.
This is locked door. Alright. I can clearly hear the ghost. Ah, that must be it, okay. What about this
What?
one?
Like an arrow.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Interesting, locked room. Let's see if there is a trap. I don't see any. Oh. Dagger. Masterwork dagger. The typical dagger has a pointed, usually double-edged blade, as opposed to a knife which has a single edge and is a bit shorter than the dagger. Interesting. Let's talk to the ghost.
Yeah? Like an arrow.
My priest should talk to the ghost, I suppose. That's a window. This window looks like it was shattered long ago and only a half-hearted attempt has been made to repair it. Okay. Who is this? My weeping I see, not my Donovan, but a man of flesh and bone. Indeed, spirit, I am but a priest, and in the name of the dark powers I serve, I demand your service. Please no, my husband, forgive me. I cannot prevent, I cannot obey, spirit, or I shall further your suffering. I shall obey you, but heed my words. No good will come of this. I pray not. Now I demand a boon from you, spirit. What potentials can you speak of? From my lips, a warning to you. The sign of the Chimera comes to Targos. It will devour you if you do not take action. Chimera? What do you mean? If you fail in your quest, many shall perish. The dead of Targos shall outnumber the living, and the city shall become but a memory. I have granted your demand, evil one. Now you must set me free. Not just yet, spirit. I may have other uses of you. Stay here until I return. In your spirit form, you must see much of Targos that is hidden. Tell me what treasures and secrets lie within the shanty town. My spirit cannot stray from these walls. Your demand is a short-sighted one. Then a tear is all I require. Shed it within this battle, and then you may return to the sightless realms. You will drown upon my grief to force one last tear from me. The tears I shed are not for you. Just a single tear will do, spirit. Shed it into the vial, and then be gone. It is done, accursed one. For now. Farewell. For now? We shall meet again, in a kingdom far from this one. I shall not forget what you have done to me. Your threats carry no weight with me, spirit. Be gone, unless I raise you again to my bidding. Interesting. Okay. So now I have this bottle. This flask is made. Right. So apparently I could use this for enchanting purposes. Interesting. In my